on Friday, the president fell down, and it was a huge story all weekend. And he walked up the stairs of Air Force One as 1, 2, and boom, he's down 3. All right, that's enough of that. Now, a lot of people were happy he fell down, and they mocked him for falling down, and that was wrong. That is wrong, and it should never happen. So, if you're happy that Joe Biden fell down, climbing the stairs, maybe you want to take a step back and figure that out. Now, you know me, I have no use for President Biden's policies. None. I think he's going to harm this country in a dramatic way. And he has already proven that he's doing that. All right, we have made that quite clear. Do I want him to fall down and hurt himself? Do I want him to be mocked? I do not. I don't. And that's part of the meanness of America. We are becoming a mean country. I'll give you one quote. This is Candace Owens, who sometimes makes some good points. She tweets out, "It's difficult to fall 3 times while going up a flight of stairs. Managing to make your left shoulder blade hit the carpet in the process is rarely accomplished, even in a game of Twister. Biden has dementia, but let's wait for CNN to tell us this is just another adorable gaffe." All right, so is that necessary, Ms. Owens? No, it's not. You don't know whether Joe Biden has dementia. All right, you're not a physician. And to do that is, I don't know. You fill in a blank. What is the state of President Biden, policy-wise, and the state of him as a man? Let's bring in David Pietrusza. He is a presidential historian. He's written more than 3 dozen books all over the place. He got LBJ book, JFK, Nixon, Harry Truman, Theodore Roosevelt. So David knows his stuff on the presidents. You're a nonpartisan guy, right?
I play it down the middle. A lot of my readers say that, yes.
That's what I asked my producers to book. I didn't want anybody who loves Biden or hates him. So he's been in office 2 months. And now we have a border crisis and gas prices rising every day, which is, inadvertently a tax on all working Americans. Maybe he did or has done some good things that I don't know about, David, but how would you assess his presidency after 2 months?
Well, obviously I'd give him an incomplete, but it's a bad incomplete. The Democrats focus on the first 100 days, and his first 100 days were the first 100 executive orders, not getting much, if anything, done through Congress. None of the executive orders really doing anything to improve the lot of the American people. And as you pointed out so well, the border is just not a border anymore. It was resembling a border for 4 years, but not anymore. So, and he's a little like the previous occupant of the White House. Comes in very narrowly, a very combative guy, and neither Trump nor Biden has done anything to increase their majority or plurality or their popularity in any way, shape, or form. They play to their base, and that's a dangerous game when, in the case of Biden, you won by, in a handful of states by 43,000 votes.
Okay, I agree with you that both President Trump and President Biden play to their base, but Biden promised not to do that. Whereas Trump,
that's right,
all day long, you knew he was going to come in and, with scorched earth. But Biden said, "Oh, no, trust me, I'm going to bring the nation together." I mean, he said that many, many times. Did he lie?
Yes, I think you'd have to say that.
Okay.
And with the liberal, radical, progressive base now of the Democratic Party, he really is stuck. If he wanted to move to the middle, it would be a very dangerous game for him to play there. And it would be a very dangerous game with the very narrow majority in the House of Representatives and the non-majority in the Senate. So he's kind of walking on eggshells, but he's not a smooth guy.
I don't think he can move center now. He's committed to the progressives. But I said there are 3 things going to bring him down. By bring him down, I mean that Republicans win the Senate and the House in 2022. All right? And that's coming up fast. The first is the border, and we're seeing that now. I don't know how he solves that problem. I don't think he can solve the problem. It's going to get worse. The second is the economy. So we should have a surge in the economy after COVID up until October, November. But if he passes the big tax hikes on corporations and individuals, that's going to kick in. Jobs are going to be lost, and the economy is going to start to wobble. And the third is this cancel culture business, which is totally out of control. And now we're getting anger by many, many independent Americans. They don't like this. They know what it is. It's a witch hunt, and it's the progressives driving it. So those are the three things. But Joe Biden himself does not seem to me to be on his game, to use a cliche. I don't think Joe Biden knows the unintended consequences of what he's doing. Because surely, if he knew that there was going to be a catastrophe on the border in 2 months, would he still have done these crazy things like saying, well, yeah, we're going to pay for all your health care. Well, yeah, you can stay here as long as you want, asking for asylum. Would he have done that if he knew this was going to happen to him?
I think like you say, he is trapped, and the people below him or around him who are making the decisions are now so ideologically driven that they have no choice except to do these policies which have no basis in reality and which, never examine the second or third or the fourth effect after what they do. So it's all for soundbite. It's all for the tweet. And in terms of the greater ramifications for the nation or even for their own party or their political future, the brain process stops pretty quick, whether you've got dementia or not.
Do you think he's impaired, Joe Biden?
I think he's, as you say, not at the top of his game. He's getting older. He's lost many a step. And of course, Joe Biden, what you're seeing now with the combativeness, with the gaffes, this is all the original Biden. So you're merely seeing an acceleration of the process. But whether he is impaired or controlled by someone, I think you would get the same effect in terms of policy as you're getting right now. The bigger problem is not Joe Biden. The long-term problem is not Joe Biden. The bigger problem is the radicalization of the Democratic Party and this woke culture, this cancel culture, this politically correct culture, which is just putting a strangulation around free speech and free thought.
Absolutely, absolutely. But Biden himself is going to have a press conference, they say, Thursday. That will be interesting to see if he can parry the press. It's not going to be like a Trump press conference. They're not going to be trying to make Biden look bad, but they have to ask tough questions about the border. They should ask the gas prices as well. David, thanks very much. We appreciate it. Very nice interview. I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.